Welcome, everybody, to a Sunday edition of the Triple B Black and Gold Dynasty. I had a little bit of computer situations here, people. Things happen when you go live, and it just happens that way. But before we start getting into it, I would like to actually promote a little bit while I can. Hopefully, you guys are watching some football and seeing some offenses score 30 points. Hopefully, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's in a half, mind you. Hopefully, the Steelers could score that in a whole game. We hopefully tonight we'll pray and we'll talk about it here. And I got some people on the Facebook. Larry Stryker. Speaking of Larry, Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk, the host. He's got a big giant show with voting and categories. If you guys like wrestling, get on his site and you guys can vote for some major topics in wrestling. Rich Smoke's in the house. Benjamin's in the house. So let's get, wait, I got a comment here. It's been a busy whole week, people. I've been busy. Woke up from this nooner. I know, Steeler Freak. The computer stuff is crazy, man. It is crazy, and that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. But hey, look, I got some other stuff I want to get into before I start talking about the this game tonight. We do have plenty of time, and I can. It's not as crazy as it was when I had the Shiki on that Monday. Actually, I thought I got a hacker scam, and I thought my one site was getting shut down this morning, but it was a hacker. They were getting pretty good, those son of a bitches. So anyway, this is a proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience, Bob's Pizza. So if you guys want to get 5 slices of Wapaho and root beer in Indiana County, that's your place to be. And also, Watkins Boxing. They got a big thing coming up in Johnstown this Saturday with Boom Boom Mancini's in the house. I believe I'm going down to it. And I got another comment. Steeler Freak. I'm just as bad. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, brother. That's okay. I don't like my balls being hurt too much. You know what I mean? So, hey, guys. I mean, you guys could comment about all this NFL stuff that's going on right now. I got the NFL Red Zone, just tuning in, and it is a shame. It is a shame what I'm seeing on all these offenses. Matt Canada, I hope you're watching Red Zone in the locker room. You know what I mean? I just hope. And I'm waiting for my special guest, JT from Steelers Realm podcast. So that's why I'm chit-chatting. I'm waiting for him. And, we can, shoot the shit on preview this Steelers Raiders matchup. There's a lot of things going down. The Ravens lost today in our division, which was good. Miami Dolphins scoring 70 points was crazy. Just god awful. But ladies and gentlemen, the host of the podcast Who Won the Gold in Indiana County's podcast of Indiana County's Best. They took the gold. I took the Intercontinental Champion. These guys always come on and they do the mega-cast where we talk Steeler football, and we've been doing it for a couple years. And last time I had Freight Train, and this time I had the Conductor. The Conductor's coming on from Steelers Realm podcast. That's right there is the host, JT. JT, how you doing this evening?
Hey, Bubba. What's up, man? What a great intro. And you're way too kind for the one that's the hardest working Steeler podcaster in northeastern United States, at least. But anyhow, thanks, buddy. Appreciate the plug, man. Good to be on with you.
No, I appreciate you coming on. I put this bat signal out this morning, and JT accepted it, and it's really cool when you can do it and bring people, Steeler fans, on this time. It's cool when I bring in other people from other teams that I'm friends with, but it's also cool to have people that actually it's going to be a pro Steeler show.
Well, maybe on your end, this is just the novice on this side, but Hey, man, it is Steeler Day. Had my garb on all day long. You can see what number I
Nice.
got on tonight.
Oh, well,
There it is. There.
yeah. I got
So
Broderick Jones, 77. It's
nice,
it's
nice.
it's custom though. It's custom. So
Way
that
to
was
support. Way to
well, that was my
support.
high school number in playing at lovely Marion Center. So I do the custom jerseys and it's got my name on the back.
Got
You
Bubba on
know.
the back.
Yeah, it's got Bubba Brewer. One time I went to a Steeler game, JT, and someone's like, "Hey, Bubba, what's up?" Not the Steeler game, and
Yeah,
I'm like, I was drinking. I'm like, I don't know you. He's
oh,
like,
that's
dude,
my
it's on the
name.
back of your jersey.
That's good, man. You see them
So,
all. You see 'em
yeah.
all.
So anyway, you got something going on later tonight, do you not?
We do. Oh, thanks.
No,
Hey,
no.
I'll
I'm gonna
still
put.
take on a block, brother. Whoever
I'll
was
put you.
threw that out there, but
Yeah, I'm gonna put this logo up, and this is the logo. Is this the logo, sir?
that is Pro Sports Fans,
Uh
and
huh.
it's one of the most interactive, all comprehensive sports apps out there right now. And we've been honored and asked to be the host of the NFL/Steelers fans channel on that app. And they asked us to do a few games and a few shows through the week. So we've been simulcasting both the Steelers Realm podcast along with the Pro Sports Fans app, otherwise known as PSF.
Uh huh.
And it's really cool interactive app. I know you've had a chance to play around with it, Bubba. There's
I
still
have.
some bugs in it and stuff. But
It's not playing with me good, but that doesn't mean anything because I don't play very good with others. But it is great. You get to interact. I did it with who was streamed it last week? I believe it was
Frank Nicotero and Matt Light is make up the famous team, and they
the
were streaming the
famous.
game live last week.
Well, you guys are
Yeah, the
famous.
famous. That's an acronym. I can let Frank. We'll let Frank explain that too. But yeah, man, they asked us to like kind of sit in, make our comments during the game. So we're going to try to split between talking to all the fans logged in there at the same time, kind of like a
So
watch party, like we did, Bubba. In a way,
yeah. So how is this your first one then on
this is our
this
first
app?
one. Yeah, Raiders is
Okay.
the first one. The guys, Frank and guys, did the Cleveland game
Hmm.
last week, and actually Matt was at the game and
Yeah. He's
chimed
actually
in
at the
every now and then.
he's actually at the Vegas game right now. He goes everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, he's when you're comedians, you can go everywhere. Where no offense to anybody, like me and you, we just can't pick up and go. I can't go, and I don't know if I would want to go to any other stadium anyway because it takes a lot of prep and it takes a
oh
lot.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. It's
planning and
just I'm a little older. I mean, Matt's way younger than me, and he could probably handle it. But I just don't. I don't even want to go to like to Ashkashire. I like to stay at home and watch it on my TV sometimes, most of the time.
yeah,
You
it was
know,
definitely. I like to hang out with my dad and Pop's son.
sure.
Hung out with him for the Cleveland game.
So
So
what time are you guys making that live for everybody that's on this site that wants to interact with Steelers Realm during the Steeler podcast? What time are you guys starting that?
well, we start our podcast. We always do Mondays post game. If they played Monday, we do a Tuesday post game, and we usually go on about 9 p.m. So kind of late night. But then a Thursday pregame. We kind of do the pregame coming up for the weekend, and then we've picked eight of the games so far. We signed up for
Woo,
uh,
man.
the Raiders game being tonight, and we're gonna probably
Hmm.
go live right about 8 o'clock. Get a
Okay.
little pregame in, get chat, get the tech set up and everything, and I'll be broadcasting from my bar this evening instead
Oh,
of
nice.
the normal
Come to
Steelers
Vegas.
Realm podcast
Don't bring.
studio here. So yeah, we're going to be broadcasting from the Pink Chicken. The Pink
Oh, is that the name of your bar, the Pink
Yeah,
Chicken?
that's what the girls named it. The Pink
Oh, that's
Chicken.
funny. That's nice. That's
Pink
awesome.
Chicken
That's
actually
funny.
being a pelican or not a
So
pelican.
you are going to be streaming during this whole game tonight. So
Yeah,
if it goes in, I mean, if it goes into like overtime, you're still going strong.
come hell or high water, man.
Oh,
We're there.
God bless you.
Whether we're winning 70-0 or whether we're getting our ass beat.
Can you believe these scores today on these
It's just-
offenses?
Dude, I was working today and
Me too, and it
On
was
the way
crazy.
home, I started getting these pop-ups. We closed at 4 today. On the
Uh-huh.
way home, I started getting these and like Tua, the Miami racks up 70 points. I'm like, what? Like, what the hell is going on?
Exactly. And
That's
then
crazy.
right now it's 34-0 Kansas City, and they're driving right now, and they're second and goal in 7 minutes in the third quarter.
Wow.
Like, and we as we get into the Steeler talk and Raiders talk, we can't even get goddamn 10 points.
We can't even get inside the red zone. What the hell?
No, 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 no. But yeah, that'll be great for tonight. I'm going to try to jump on. Hopefully, you know what I mean. I'll try my damnedest. Like I said that one time, I didn't mean to jump on your guys' podcast, but I hit the
No,
wrong
that was
button.
cool.
I hit the wrong button, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm on, and I'm
You're
downstairs
on.
watching the game. You know, and
Yeah,
the good thing about me, you, and the guys, we all try to. I mean, this
Oh, yeah.
podcasting stuff, man, we all try to help each other out. Like I
We
try to
work
help you
together.
guys try to help me. I help Larry. You know what I mean? We have a good. The guys on my express team they're great guys, and they they're just. I mean, everybody is just so. This podcasting world is something different. You know what I mean? Everybody is working towards the common goal.
Yeah, it really is. And you can, like the local guys, as opposed to the corporate slash podcast,
Sure.
they're out there, the USA Todays and all that. But,
Yeah, but they're not
the
fun.
little guys that have been around for a while, I'll throw another one out there. The Steelers by the Lake podcast, they reached out and they jumped on. They're going to be one of the hosts as well. Frank and boys there, we support each other there. And
Thanks, Steeler Freak. I try, brother. I really
yeah,
try.
man.
I really
And
try.
even
Thank
like
you.
the Ravens fans, the Browns guys all reached out. So we're like, hey, man, let's support each other's shows.
Wow, well, that's great because I had my buddy from Cleveland last Monday night. I'm surprised I'm on. Like, Sheiky was, Steeler. And you know what happened? You know what was the sad part about it, JT, was a lot of Steeler fans were like taking the Browns.
Yeah.
Like taking it. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm like, so I got some comments here. With Matt Canada directing traffic on offense, it's a car wreck. It's not the player's fault. He just can't coach, says Chris Anderson. Lake and Elizabeth, thank you so much.
Yeah, well, Chris, did you just see the news that came out today, this afternoon?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke, too.
I honestly thought it was a joke that they were going to give Matt Canada, like, the quarterback coach duties. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
So what's Sullivan doing
coach?
right now?
How to perfect the jet sweep or what?
Well, Sullivan is the quarterback coach, so what is he going to be doing? Getting him coffee?
I don't know.
Like
I
was
really
going to
have no clue what that all
JT, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt in November, coming off the preseason, the way they played, which I understand. Well, hey, Bubba, you can't look at preseason. I was getting a little bit bashed for that, but they looked like they were like doing something good. They were getting over the hurdle.
Yeah,
and now
absolutely.
they're back like 7 steps. What do you think in these 2 games that you've seen? What do you think is? I know you guys, you pick apart everything, on the Steelers realm, but real quick, what did you think is the deciding factor in all this in the last 2 games?
We're still trying to put a finger on that, just like all of us are, just like Matt Canada is too. But what's like Jekyll and Hyde, like the tale of 2 teams. They looked like they were so in sync and like a well-oiled machine in preseason. I mean, let's face it, when they cut back a game out of preseason, that changed the whole dynamic of what you got to do in preseason. But it just seemed like they really had meshed together. Now, I guess the caveat to that is we've got a question too. We'll get to in a second.
I just put it up there. So, Craig, we will get to that because we do have a lot. We are going to talk about this game, people, because I know JT's got to go here, in a little bit and do it live, and he'll be talking for 4 hours. So I don't want to talk his ear off, and I know I can talk, but we want to get ready, and I want to get nestled in, and I want to watch. This is a big game tonight. I believe this is a big game.
Well, to finish my chain of thought, my train of thought there
is
that no, that's okay. Is that I just thought that like some of those starters didn't play through those games, so was it that friggin' vanilla, and were the other teams being even like extra vanilla? I don't know. It's just makes me think it boils down to coaching. Hate to
Well,
say that. I mean, I'm not a Tomlin fan. I'm not
I haven't been for
either
years.
way. I'm not. I'm just as long as we're winning and
Hmm.
he's making right calls, I'm okay with it. I don't
Hmm.
agree with a lot of stuff. Some
Right.
stuff I think he does okay, but
Hmm.
um, I just think everything just kind of points to coaching. And boy, it just seems like from preseason was great and organized, and is that as a result of the playbook that they put in for the preseason? Is that what we need to stick with?
It
I
looks
mean,
like a
if
dumpster
so, that's
fire.
way too predictable.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know. I just
well,
with all
people
the
are agreeing
standards,
with you. They the whole coaching staff. Brian Riggs says looks confused. Chris Anderson says it's time for Tomlin to go. Uh, you
maybe it
know,
is. Maybe it's time for a
Steelers
fresh start.
freak. This game does results is beating average. Yeah, it's like kissing your sister. He says when you. That's what he said on this one. He did finished it out. Steeler Freak comes up with some good stuff, and he's in Vegas right now. So, and hey, Mr. K, thanks for tuning in. So let's get to this because I know you're a busy guy tonight, and you better be hydrated, man. Talking for 3.5 hours.
Working on
So
it.
yes, Canada is the lowest paying. Yes, he is the Dollar General offensive coordinator. So you can get like a Slim Jim, a granola bar, and a Gatorade for $2.75 if you have Matt Canada in your offense. But yeah, tonight 8:20 NBC. If you have Dish and stuff like that, I think NBC's taken off the Dish. I believe
Yes,
because
it
I know
has.
at work, I know where I work at, they don't have it. Hey, that's that. Sorry about your luck, but it's
Mhm.
on Peacock streaming. It's going to be a lovely 84 degrees because I know you like to do the temperatures and stuff like that, and they're going to be playing under the dome at what's the stadium called? Allergent. what a what a stupid ass name. What a dumbass name.
Allergies.
Yeah,
Allergies.
it sounds like allergies. Well, their offense is just as bad as ours. But the Steelers are 1-1. The Raiders are 1-1. The Raiders got beat bad by Buffalo last week, which I knew that was going to happen.
Hmm.
And the Steelers, we had that crazy game Monday night, 26-20. How was you feeling during that game?
Like most Steeler games anymore, Bubba. It's like madness till the end, and you just hope that we come out on the positive side. But yeah, that was crazy. I
Yeah.
just I was over with Papa Son, and we were raising hell in the trailer park over there.
Yeah, well,
But
I got some comments here. I like to Matt Canada is what you get from Wish when you order an offensive coordinator, says Chris Anderson. Mr. K says we have a rough time playing on the West Coast. You're absolutely right, and there are some stats that I'm bringing up, Mr. K, that I actually got, when I was writing stuff down today.
mhm.
You know what I mean? And Chris Anderson says we need championships. We aren't playing Steelers football on football anymore. And Benjamin says the Steelers never had a losing season under Coach Tomlin. Yes, that is so true, Benjamin. But mediocrity and being mediocre is nothing I want to be. And we haven't been to playoffs in 10 years. So
I think that's the standout number right there.
yeah.
What have you done for me lately? This is a win now league,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, it seems like
haven't been
everybody's
to
scoring.
playoffs.
Like right now, the Cardinals will beat the Cowboys 21-13. The Cardinals with Connor at running back.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just crazy. So now the Raiders have the edge over the Steelers, including playoffs, 17-14. But now this is huge. This is the bad juju here. The Raiders haven't lost a home game to the Steelers since 1995.
ooh,
Yeah,
oh,
and that's during the Bill Cowher era. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good juju for me. I don't like that. But this is good right here. This is a little. I'll take this little crump of positivity. Kenny Pickett is 4-1 in prime time games right now,
there you go.
and Josh McDaniel is 0-3 in prime time games.
Nice.
I'll take that. So people, it's balancing the scales of justice here, and as we know, last year that was my Christmas gift. The Steelers won the last meeting. 12-24, 22, 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception,
That's
13-10. That was a great game, and I
Mhm.
really didn't need any Christmas gifts. I was fine with that.
That was plenty. Yeah, we got another Christmas game coming up too.
Yeah, those are rough because the family's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, we're not doing nothing. You guys can know. I'm going to watch a game, and I guess I'm the only person in the family, and that goes both sides family. Now, like I have to watch the game, and I plan accordingly. My schedule for the whole year in advance when I do this. So, but that's just how I am. So,
So
and Brian Reddick says exactly, Bubba. Greg Rischel says bad as asking sure. Chris Anderson with Matt Canada directing traffic on offense, it's like a car wreck. It's not the player's fault. He just can't coach. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't go that far. I think there was a lot of lack of execution as well too. So I think it's a two-sided sword as far as that
Okay.
goes.
Okay.
Just my thoughts.
Steelers don't win a playoff game. That will be bad, Steelers freak. That's okay if you're partying, brother. You live in Vegas. You can do whatever you want to.
That's it. That's
You
it.
know,
Well, how about this
yeah.
one, man? The last time the Steelers and the Raiders played in a playoff game. Can you remember that?
Well, I'm going to say this offhand was when we had Cliff Stott and we lost 38-10.
That is correct. That
Yeah!
was the New Year's Day game. New Year's Day game as
Oh
well
my
too.
God.
Cliff
But you know
Stott.
what? You know what, JT? If I had to take a college course right now test, I'd flunk.
Like you.
Yeah.
There's a certain
Yeah, that
thing-
was they just got brutally beat up that game. So, and I don't like going out to the West Coast. And I know when we did the MegaCast picks, there was a lot of stuff, and we're going to the West Coast a lot this year. And this is the first game, so
Yes. And as you
it's a
recall,
give
when we did our prediction show, the MegaCast, that was my first reaction was going out west. It's
Mhm.
like we just don't do so well going out west, and I think I'm going to take this one. It could be. We were thinking 2 wins in a row. We'll walk right in. We'll catch San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't see that. I mean, I got smashed right in the mouth.
Yeah,
That first game, the last game was just like this the whole game.
yeah.
I can't believe our offense and our defense is not as good as we think. And we're gonna get to that here briefly and talk a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's not good either. So
Yeah, but
yeah, but
that was the one game I thought that traveling to the West Coast after coming off of a game like that, a night game.
do you think that? I mean, we're going to get to our picks later on, so we'll just get to that. I was going to ask you that, but I'm going to save that question because you might. I think you did pick the Raiders to win, I believe.
No,
No, okay. Did
no,
you?
took them to
No.
lose. Yeah, that was my first loss of the year that I picked.
You picked the Raiders to win?
Yeah, picked the Raiders to win.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
maybe
that was
you might
4 at
switch
the
it up.
time.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we could. Some things have
Yeah.
changed since then. And of course, no games into the season. You're just like kind of basing it on what you knew about what happened in preseason and everything.
Right.
When the real team, like, we're still waiting for the real Steelers team to hit the field, but when the real teams hit the field and you see what happens, and then you can get a better judge.
It's
on
like drinking old mud, and when you get real beer, then you know it really kicks you in the ass. But the Steelers signed receiver Deuce Watts. I have no idea. I have no clue. But I always put that in there. You know he's going to be a practice squad guy. So I just put that. But they also moved the running back from Quadre Olson to the active roster today because McFarland is still out with injury.
Oh, okay.
But he used to play for Pitt. So maybe, who knows? Maybe he can go on a sweep and take the ball 30 yards. That would be great. So I got some scores here. Chris Anderson, Steelers 31-28. Mr. K, the Steelers have no offensive identity, Yeah, they can't.
Still trying
they're
to figure that one out. That's for
They
sure.
can't even go incognito. Greg Rischel, just putting this out there. I've always thought that Art Rooney, too, would destroy the Steelers when he got control. Art the second doesn't love the game or the team like the Chief or Dan. What do you say about that? That's a hard one. Hey, Greg, that's a good. That's a good.
Well,
that's
an
good.
interesting point. That's an
Yes.
interesting point. But times change too. So that's my only thought on that. I mean, I think it's it certainly comes from the top. If you recall, back in the old days, Bubba, is that Steelers wouldn't draft anybody that had a history, that had some issues, that
Right.
their character was in any kind of question,
That's why they
or
didn't
they got
draft Dan Marino.
or they got busted. With hey, this dude smokes weed.
Yeah.
Somebody smacks their wife around. I mean, stuff like that. Like they put up with none of that,
Right.
and it certainly is different these days. I
Well,
mean,
it's probably the norm of society, and people just probably. I don't want to get real whatever, but I
right.
mean, yeah, I mean they did that, and they didn't draft Dan Marino, and I'll take that to my grave because of that, And we could have had the '80s could have been so much more better because
Different.
I mean we lived through it, so I mean we dealt with it. Most of the guys on here. On the Facebook and on the comments in YouTube have lived through the '80s Steelers stuff, But and he said, check it out since he took over. So Dan's DNA was filtered through the sheets. Steeler Freak said that. So anyway, I'm going to go quickly to the Steelers injury report.
Okay.
Gunnar Osowski is out, and hopefully his bags are packed and never come back again. I don't even know why or how he made the team.
Yeah, I left him in Cleveland.
Oh, my God, is he just god-awful. I know Fitzpatrick didn't practice. Patrick Peterson didn't practice, but they're playing. DeMonte Casey, the same. Marcus Golden, didn't practice. And the big tight end, Darnell Washington, they were all, didn't practice. They're just saving them for the game, which I'm okay with that. Raiders safety Marcus Epps did not practice. Linebacker Divine DiBablo did not practice. Defensive tackle Bile Nichols. Receiver Jacoby Myers had a concussion. So with concussions, you never know. Now, let me ask you real quick. Like, Chooks had a concussion. Do you think, that first half when he got 2 false starts, do you think – I think, to me, when I was watching it, he was still concussed a little bit, I believe.
Oh, it's highly likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, highly likely.
And I got defensive end Tyron Wilson and safety Christopher Smith did not practice. So, I mean, those are the injuries, and I hope they cut Gunner. He's just ridiculous. And no, I got this.
You're a professional football player, for God's sake. You should know the rules on kickoffs and punt return. I mean,
it's terrible.
You don't tiptoe and then go out of bounds when an out of bounds kick would have put them at the 40-yard line.
Yeah. At least we could have got a field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. It just preseason he would look like the up and coming star. Even down Friday Night Lights. Remember we were down there?
Yeah.
They were going to him left and right.
Yeah, he was something else. He was like Wes Walker. Well, he's not Wes Walker 2.1.
No.
He's not Wes Walker 7.8.
No.
He's walking right out of a job, and he should never ever be a Steeler after anything he's done. He cost us the New England Patriots game, and he debacled that kickoff, and then he got plastered, and that was a piss poor throw, and it was a bad play anyway.
Yeah.
So the Steelers team leaders, Kenny Pickett is 46 out of 76, 451 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 INTs. I think he's throwing too much. I really do, and they got away from this. Running back Najee Harris has 16 rushes and only 74 yards going into the third game, which I always think he's always slow starting anyway, but they're not running anyway, and the offensive line's not blocking. Now, the positive is George Pickens Monday night. He had 9 receptions this year so far, 163 yards, and that huge touchdown last week. So they get to him. They throw to him and just keep feeding him the ball. I just think that I believe that. Just keep feeding him the ball. But let me ask you one question as I say all these team leaders. Pat Freiermuth, 3 receptions, maybe 3.5 or 4 yards. Total bunch of bullshit right there. What do you think about that?
Total. We said that on Steelers Run podcast too. Total bunch of where the hell was he?
Nowhere. It's just ridiculous. They took the tight ends were going to be a strength on this team. They're not even anywhere in the playbook. Not even anywhere. Like Connor Hayward he's good. Nothing. Not even as a fullback. They could have used him to block and catch out of the backfield. They didn't even use that. Like Mr. K says, do you think they will heavily rely on Warren tonight? I think they're going to use both Najee and Warren, Mr. K. I think they're going to use those little screen passes. That's good shit right there. I think. To break them up, to keep them honest a little bit. Like, I'm not an X's and O kind of guy. I'm just a straightforward kind of guy. And then Greg Rischel says, in preseason and before preseason, most was saying we were going to go deep into the playoffs. The difference between looking good on paper and preseason compared to actually having it. I understand that. Chris Ward, thanks for tuning in. Greg Rischel, I'm not included in most. X and O's, I'm guessing. Jeremy Chaplin, thanks for tuning in. So, and, oh my, Pickett is ranked. Well, play calling so far. The line hasn't given him any time. Right, JT?
Yes. Now you're getting into the meat and potatoes here.
Okay.
You can't, when not one, but two defensive players are coming through at you every single play. Like, let's face it, it's not the ideal condition for a barely second-year quarterback to be out there going up against them.
Well, the thing with the line is, even the guys we signed, that big Samoan, even Mason Cole's getting blown up.
Yeah.
Like, Chooks, I think they need to move Dan Moore to left. Broderick Jones, start playing him. They paid him $14 million. You don't pay $14 million and have a guy sit on the bench. It doesn't work that way.
First round. Yeah. Move up.
Yeah,
move up.
Put Darnell Washington, double down or whatever. Like I said, I'm not an X's and O kind of guy. I don't know the schematics as like some people do. Like when I played Madden, I never goddamn punted. I'd always just Hail Mary and just run up the gut. But and also Joey Porter Jr. needs to play more too. All these rookies need to come into the lineup here and start producing. But speaking of defense, do you know who is the leading tackler on the Steelers right now? Do you know? The leading tackler for the Pittsburgh Steelers, JT. To give a guess.
Well, last year it was Minka. So please tell me it was not Minka again.
It's not Minka, no. And I know you were thinking about it. No, it's not Minka, Steeler Freak. No. And it's not Cole. It is Kawan Alexander with 17 tackles.
Yes.
And right now, I read an article. He's going to start calling some of the plays defensive. Yeah, he's getting a dot.
Yep.
So maybe he steps up. Greg Rischel says Cole. Brad Rick says, I'm going to say about the tight ends, non-existent, he said. So I think he's going to play. And the thing about it is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is the bottom of the list on missed tackles in the NFL right now. Yeah, damn, Greg. That's what I said. I did not know. But also, TJ Watt's leading the team with 4 sacks. So hopefully, I think, and the thing about it is I go to the Raiders side. Jimmy has not been sacked at all this year. He's been clean. Do the Steelers get some sacks tonight? Yes. Has not been sacked at all this year so far. So to this night, do you think the Steelers get Jimmy G tonight? You're going to say twice?
Too. I think we get
Jimmy
twice. Yeah.
I'm going to say 3 times with Highsmith and TJ Watt. I don't think they can compete, but also too, which really kills me, and I'm going to go to the Raiders real quick. What kills me in the Steelers defense is they have Montavious Adams as a nose tackle. What in God's name? Like, I mean, I'm watching the game and I'm seeing him getting blown up. Like, I would put that rookie from Wisconsin, Benton, as the nose tackle.
Yeah.
Lear. And they got that guy from the Chargers that they just brought in. That guy is like a tank. Right there. He's a run stopper. That's why we signed him. Like, I'm not a coach. I'd put him in, though. Wouldn't you do the same thing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, isn't that what coaches do? Like, if somebody's not cutting it, you put the best player in the position to take advantage of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I don't know anymore either, but that's crazy. We got players. I don't think we're just putting players in the positions that we need, and we have an offensive coordinator that's a goddamn jamoke. But anyway, I'm going to the Raiders side right now. Their team leaders is, Jimmy G, 36 out of 50, 385 yards. He has 3 touchdowns, 3 INTs. I know running back Josh Jacobs comes into training camp late, 28 rushes. He only has 40 106 yards right now. So I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. Take that one.
Receiver Devontae Adams, 12 receptions, 150 yards, and a touchdown. Now I'm going to give you another. I'm going to give you another question. I'm going to trick you, but I don't know if I'll trick you. Who do you think is leading the team in tackles with the Raiders?
Oh, you got me there. I have no idea.
Okay. He leads the tackles, and he also is tied with 3 other Raiders with sacks, is the former Steeler, Robert Spillane.
Spillane. You know, oh, man. You know, I was going to bring his name up earlier.
Well, he's getting his money. They're getting his money's worth out of him. So I got another question here from Jeremy. Not sure if you touched on this, but the O-line is a mess. Yeah, yes, you're absolutely right. Con has been pretty aggressive, so should they go out and make a big splash trade, give up picks for a stud offensive lineman player? If so, who would you target? Me personally, Jeremy, I don't think we need a trade for an offensive lineman. I think we have Broderick Jones, and he needs to be starting. I thought they won't pay Chooks, and the guards that they have, also that Herbig can play center if Cole messes up. So we have some depth, a little bit of depth, and I'm okay with what we got. We're just not producing on the line. What do you think, JT?
Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more. I just think we have the right players. We just need to shuffle the chairs on the deck of this Titanic a little bit. Couldn't.
Well, hopefully it's not the Poseidon Adventure, because the Poseidon Adventure, we were all messed up, man.
Yeah.
Thin back on Minka type trade, he says. Jeremy says. So, like I said, and the Steelers offense. I just put this out there because I just can't. Steelers offense points per game is 16.5. 10 of them are from the defense. Yards per game, 247 yards average. The opponents per game is 26 because of the lovely 49ers kicking our ass. And the opponents are averaging almost 400 yards a game. So this high-priced defense right now in the third game of the season is not what we expected or what we wanted them to be.
Not at all.
So we need to do something. Now the Raiders offensive per game is 17. Yards per game is 261. Opponents per game 16, and yards per game average is 260. They're a little bit better. That's the only department that they've beaten us. But everything else, we're just a mirror of each other. So this is going to be a slugfest where whoever can get a couple shots in and put them on the ropes can win this game. You know.
Well, how about this? Kenny's pass percentage is 61% versus the Raiders and Jimmy Garoppolo 72%.
Well, in a couple of those passes, he was running for his life, and if he just wouldn't have, and he wouldn't have threw those picks hurt his percentage, and that's how it goes. But yeah,
well, and Garoppolo's averaging almost 2.5 yards more per pass than Pickett is too.
And they have some good.
They have a pass chart, and his average pass depth against the Browns was 6 yards.
Yeah, and we're missing Dante too. But honestly, Dante, a year and a half, he hasn't had a touchdown. I don't know. It just boggles my mind. And Jeremy says between the O-line and the OC, we are a mess. Yes, I totally agree. Greg Rischel says the defense is definitely missing Edmonds. What do you think about that, JT?
Well, I don't know if anybody's listened to Steelers Run podcast in the past, but was never a big Edmonds fan until the last 2 years. And I think his absence is we took a step back so far on it. I always liked him to be more of a like a strong safety type, always in the mix, a bigger body for that hybrid linebacker type role.
And they could have signed him too. I think they could have signed him. Pickett isn't free from criticism. He misses open. No, I'm not disagreeing with you, Steeler freak. I'm not
we really
disagreeing with you.
We
haven't
haven't
dove.
opened that box up yet.
No, we open up Pandora's box on that. We'll be here for 45 minutes, and JT he's got to do a live show for 4 hours and talk his ass off, and So hey, Alan, thanks for tuning in. Now, Greg Rishel says I'm not saying he was the best, but he was the best fit for us, and also he said Edmonds was a player that glued it all together for the defense.
He did, yeah.
So I appreciate.
He was solid last year, no doubt.
Well, I appreciate your comments, guys. Like these guys are on. These guys know. You guys know your shit. Steeler fans that are true Steeler fans know their shit, and we're upset because we know we could play better than what we're playing, and we know that we have no choices on the coaches that we have because Canada is god awful, always have been, and they won't do it. Tomlin wouldn't pull the trigger. He won't pull the trigger. And it's just going to be this. Every game is going to be like this for the rest of the season, which is bullshit. And then before we got on, now on the media, he's going to be going more of the offense, which I thought it was a joke, which you thought it was a joke, which everybody thought it was a joke. Like he's going to take over the quarterback coach. Why are you hiring a quarterback coach if you're bringing Canada in to do that? That's just total bullshit. I think they're just trying to smoke out. They're trying to cover up the smoke, you know what I mean, with blankets and shit so it doesn't fucking blaze up. Because, I mean, in my lifetime, I'm 52 years old. I mean, they might have been like, chanting for, Bobby back in the 80s or Neil or Cordell, like a quarterback to come in, or something like that. But they never said anything about firing anybody. You didn't hear that shit. You never heard that shit at a game.
No, not 60,000 plus saying it in unison. No.
Yeah.
Not coach.
Yeah. So now, hopefully in today's game, and these aren't my keys to victory, but hopefully I put Najee Harris rushes for 100 yards. God bless America. That would be great. The defense gets a sack on Jimmy G, like I said, who hasn't been sacked all year so far. That Raiders offensive line is half decent. It's better than ours, actually. But since both offenses are not very good, the game is probably going to get down to the Boz. And everybody knows if he's on, he's on. And he was pissed off last week because he could have had more opportunities to kick the field goal. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he's money. Definitely. Yeah. He's money.
Yeah.
And even even Tucker missed one last week.
Well, the AFC North is if we get our shit together, like there's no strong team.
It's there for the take.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way. No offense, guys in Steeler Nation. Right now, there's no goddamn way that the Steelers and God bless America. I don't know how they would ever keep up with these fast-paced AFC offenses of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, which is ridiculous. We got $300 million on defense, and we can't stop people from getting pregnant. I mean, it's just, and I've seen it. It's just ridiculous. Like it boggles my mind. And it boggles my mind right now as the Cardinals are beating the Cowboys. Like, teams like that, and don't get me wrong, I'm trying to get on FanDuel and win a little bit of cash. Well, it ain't happening because it ain't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it. But, they get beat by the Giants. They come out and are beating the Cowboys, and they scored more points than we have offensively. And it's all about Matt Canada. So, like, my 3 keys to victory, because I want to do that, and I want to give a predictions because I know you got to go because you are going to be busy as hell tonight. And everybody, please tune in to that sports app, and JT will give it again before he gets out of here, so you guys can watch the game, and then you guys can go on and commentate like you guys are doing here, man, and they would totally appreciate it. Because
I would love to have you on. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Please come on, join us.
So my keys are when the Steelers get the ball first, they actually sustain a drive and get some kind of points. And get a first down would be like, Mother Teresa praying. I'm okay with that. The second thing is the Steelers' opportunity defense gets a turnover. And also, like I said before, these missed tackles that put them in the bottom, they just wrap up, and that's where they're not wrapping up. And that's where they're getting a little bit of yardage, like Cleveland was, breaking away because they weren't wrapping up, and that's what could have cost us the game. You know what I mean? And also the Steelers' defense, back to the defense, They do not give up the big plays because all us Steeler fans remember the big play, the one play that we didn't even know it was coming on the first play when Terrell Pryor scored 93 yards and shabam, they were gone. And the Raiders took their knuckles and smashed the Steelers right in the mouth. And they had egg on their face, and Big Ben did too, and they tried to come back, and they couldn't do it. And Terrell Pryor is now probably in his name now is 0677555, because nobody heard of him ever again. And that was his greatest game ever, which happened to be against us. That's what usually happens, that and Tebow.
Yeah.
So those are my keys. Yeah, hey, Ralph Williams. And Jeremy says Joshua Dobbs is tearing it up in Arizona. You're absolutely right. Dobbs is a very smart quarterback, very smart. So, hey, Ralph, thanks for tuning in. Ralph Williams, the podcasting king of all. He's got like 8 shows.
Hey, Ralph.
He's Beaver County's finest on the Sports Corner on Tuesday nights. I always share his stuff. He's part of the co-host of the Wrestle Talk across the country on Thursday nights at 7:30. Ralph Williams, Mark Mancini, Smoking Jim Frazier, and myself, which is a national radio show across the America. We talk wrestling, but we do talk a little bit of football because everybody's sports oriented. You know what I mean? Sure. So I don't know about having Dobbs as the OC. I don't know about that. He's not ready to hang it up yet. They're beating Dallas, So, and Ralph says hello, JT.
Hey, Ralph.
So now before we get out of here, because I know you got to go, give your prediction or your keys. Give your 3 keys tonight, 3 keys to victory, and your prediction for tonight's game.
Okay. Well, I picked them to lose initially in that. I'm probably going to stay with that. I think it's going to be close, but my keys to victory.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 21-23 Raiders. But I hope that's exactly the opposite, and Boz is the one kicking the game-winning field goal. But keys to victory is we've got to establish balance, much better balance. Uh-huh. We've got to have a running game and a tight end game to balance the passing game. We've got to take a few shots at opportune moments. And, if you're just passing 6 yards down the field, we saw enough of that bullshit last year. Let's throw the ball once in a while and, mix it up. So I think balance. I think we got to get the running game, and that goes hand in hand, and also the tight end game. And, let's give our speedster a shot, man. Get him involved. Let's loosen that back end up a little bit where we can possibly expose it too. So,
because, Friarmouth, Austin comes into par. And you know what I didn't even talk about before we get out of here is Crosby from the Raiders. We need to stop Crosby, double down on him. Hopefully Broderick Jones comes in. Washington, the Georgia connection, plows him into the Mustang Ranch, and we're good to go. And also, Jeremy says, haha, with Dobbs for OC comment, he's a rocket scientist, so it might work better than Canada. Yeah. Ralph Williams' score tonight is, wow, Ralph, the Steelers 9, the Raiders 7 final.
Whoa.
Wow, Ralph. Yeah. Ralph's the hottest sports guy in Pittsburgh going today. They fear him. The fan fears him, and Mark Madden fears him. And I'm not a big fan of him. I do not want to be
calling a 9-7 football game.
Well, he did. He's ballsy. Tyler Beck, thanks for tuning in. JT is on it. Yeah. But anyway, wait, he's like, JT's on it. He talks slow so my drunk ass can understand fast.
Oh, there you go. I appreciate that.
So anyway, before you get out of here, and the people that just jumped on, JT's got to get out of here because they are going live at 8 o'clock on this sports app that I'm going to get here real quick so everybody can see. If you just jumped on, you can jump on. You can talk football, and this is the app right here. So JT, go ahead and do what you got to do, brother.
Well, let me give you an address. It's just psf.app, psf.app. Out on the internet. It'll take you a link to download the phone app. Works on Android and iOS. No desktop version of that yet, but it's coming.
I know. I tried to do it the other day.
Yeah, it's on your phone. Grab the app, go into the NFL group and then find a Steeler fans chat room, sign up, and we'll be bringing it to you right there live on that app. And then, of course, every Tuesday, Monday, and Thursday, typically we do our pre and post games as well on the Steelers Run podcast too. So appreciate all the plugs, Bubba, and looking forward to
I try
watch party tonight with you guys, man. Get on there.
Well, what I'll do is on my because a lot of these guys are on my my Facebook stuff, and I will put the link, gentlemen, on my Facebook so you guys can click on and then join up and then just join on if you're a Steeler fan. That's the Steeler chat room. It's all Steeler fans. You know what I mean? So you guys can go in and chat. You can talk to, JT and TA and Freight Train, and you got another 4 horsemen or something, don't you now?
That's right. Our man, Shane Man, who is the ultimate there. Shane Man, so yeah, 4 of us bringing it to you. Shane has a nice level-headed approach to things. And of course, me and Freight Train.
How does he go against Freight Train and TA?
Yeah.
So it's like 2 of you guys against those 2.
Yeah. Well, he's learning the ropes. Let's just say it. He's learning the ropes too.
Right.
But, yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's very knowledgeable, and we're glad to have Shane Man with us joining there too. So. Yeah, I'll send you the actual link. It's HTTP.
Yeah, I'll put it on here once I get off, and I'll download this and put this to Spotify because I put these all to Spotify. Steeler Freak, it's not a YouTube podcast.
No,
it's an app for your phone, just look up. And once again, I'll give you. This is the logo right here. That's the logo right there. Pro Sports Fans.
That's it. And then here's it's I don't know if you can see this good enough.
Yeah, I can see
Lombardi's on there, baby. That's the Steelers fans.
Six Lombardi trophies. You're in the right chat room.
That's it. Look for
so
that.
Ralph said the Steelers have a field goal offense. That was the last one. So, hey, I'm going to let you get out of here because I know you got an hour and then you got 4 hours to go, brother. So, hey, I appreciate you, JT, for coming on as always. You're always welcome on the show anytime.
Thanks,
hey,
brother.
have a good thing tonight. I'll probably be bebopping in and out. You never know where I'll be, but I will definitely share it on my Facebook to try to get the Steeler fans over that way and stuff like that. So, hey, have a good show tonight.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Later, Steeler Nation. Go Steelers.
See ya.
All right, we're out.
Yeah, see, that was cool, everybody. We're going to get out of here right now. So, hey, I got one more comment. Let me see here. What was the comment? Yeah. There you go. But, hey, everybody, like I said, I will be sharing that. And also, I don't know, Wednesday will be the Steeler Black and Gold show, the Triple B Black and Gold show. Wednesday, I will review the victory because I'm taking Pittsburgh 23-17. That's right, you heard it here. Pittsburgh will be 2-1, and they will win in Vegas. I said it because I picked them in the MegaCast show. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Get ready. Grab some beers. Grab some pizzas. Grab your wife. Grab your girlfriend. Get ready for some football. Pittsburgh Steelers 2-1 after tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the Triple B Experience, please do. I appreciate all the support because this podcast shows are busy all week long. So I'll see you guys Wednesday night with all my synapses of this big matchup. Thank you guys. You guys have a great night. And like I said, I will put that on my Facebook. You guys can link onto that and jump on and hang out with Steelers Realm podcast while they're talking about, the game while they do it. Okay, everybody, peace out. Have a great night and a better tomorrow. Go Steelers!